I wish I could go up and down. Lovely. Time for a pit stop. He seems to add water every half hour. To Casa Particular. I just want to show you my room. It's a really nice room. It's really new. Very, very new. Yeah, okay, so let's see now. Is this? You're viewing Travels with Lobo, Cuba edition, vlog number 27. To include Baracoa in your Cuba itinerary is a must. And while my bus trip here on Via Azul, the only bus line that foreigners can travel on, was interesting, it was broken up into various parts, making it bearable. But you now find yourself over 1,000 kilometers from Havana, and somehow you gotta get back there. The quickest way back to Havana would be Cubana Airlines, less than 2 hours, but there are concerns about Cuban airline safety. But then you can take the attitude of Isabel from my last vlog.
Well, I just thought if I die doing what I like, traveling.
Hey, I like that. Yes, yes. So in theory, my trip back should have started with a 5-hour Via Azul bus ride back to Santiago de Cuba. One thing I do dislike about Via Azul is this. The scourge of Cuban bus travel. Having some old American film playing at loud volume. My next destination after Santiago de Cuba would have been Holguin. In total, about a 10-hour bus ride. But there is a more adventurous route that's a lot shorter, half the time, and it all starts right here. In front of the cathedral, Vicente Rodriguez, El Pelo. Look rather disheveled. Hang around the Pelú statue in the afternoon and you'll run across a man who will promise to take you to Holguin over some very rough roads in less than 5 hours. Enticing is the prospect of rough roads in a Jeep Alejandro Humboldt National Park and passing through the mining town of Moa. So if you can stand handing over $30 to a complete stranger who tells you that he'll pick you up at your Casa Particular the next morning, then this is for you. This is the Willis Jeep that is going to take us for the first 2 hours to Moa, through Humboldt Park, which is very famous for its various types of flora and fauna. Leaving Baracoa on the way to Holguin, 5 or 6 hours. Wait till it's this guy comes through. We have now entered Parque Nacional Alejandro de Humboldt Unmatched in the Caribbean is a phrase often used to describe the most dramatic and diverse of Cuban national parks, named after German naturalist explorer Alexander von Humboldt, who first came here in 1801. The accolade is largely true. Designated as a World UNESCO Heritage Site in 2001. According to UNESCO, is one of the most biologically diverse tropical island sites on Earth. Right here. Time for a pit stop. He seems to add water every half hour. Okay, ready to go. It may be the famous part, but the scenery is rather Yes, underwhelming. If your main aim of this trip was to see the Parque Nacional Alejandro Humboldt, you will be disappointed unless you make arrangements to get off this road into the park somehow, but I saw no access points. We must be nearing Baracoa. The good news is that there are large nickel and cobalt deposits located in the Moa area, exploited in part by a joint venture with the Canadian company Sherritt International. The bad news is that the coastal waters and nearby land are contaminated by the pollution from the mine and processing plants. Seems like right here there's going to be a change of taxis. I'm going to go into this one here. I guess myself and this. We're now in a hot Jeep on the way to Holguin. Typical Cuban small town. In 5 fairly brutal hours, I am here in Holguin, now heading back towards Havana. I saved quite a bit of time in taking this particular route as opposed to going back to Santiago. And I'm in a Casa Particular. Naturally, you just arrive, you get a BC taxi, and it'll take you to a Casa Particular. I just want to show you my room. It's a really nice room. It's really new. Very, very new. Yeah, okay, so let's see now. Is this my room? No, sorry, this is not my room. This is number 2. I'm in number 1. That's here. I'm in number 1. And this one looks like this. Here's my baggage. Okay, there are my 2 bags. Toughest part about travel is keeping track of your shit. and I look rather haggard after this ride. Bed, televisión, mucho mejor, fridge, and a bathroom. They like this shower curtain. You see it a lot in Cuba. That's about as much nudity as you'll see in Cuba. Pornography is totally prohibited. Drugs are prohibited. Gambling is prohibited. Casinos are prohibited. Okay. So, and for those of you who like the liquid stuff, they provide you with this, and that's to be paid for. What am I paying here? He asked 25. I said 20. But $4 for 4 cooks for a breakfast, which is a lot. I should have said 3, but what the hell. So, by the way, you always need your passport. You always need your passport and your visa to register in a room. So I'm waiting for my passport before I... Join me next Friday as I explore the impressive city of Holguin. Thank you for viewing, and if you made it this far in my vlog, consider giving it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, travelswithlobo@gmail.com will do the trick, and check out my Twitter account, Travels with Lobo.